Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna review Lunera. Let's take a look at her stats first. Like you can see that her magic stats is really good, really comparable to other top mage. She also gets massive 80% magic boost, which is the highest of all three. Darkfina only get 30% magic boost and Transtera 60%. However, the biggest downside here is she needs to equip bow to get that 80% magic boost. Without bow, she is still as good as Darkfina, 30% magic boost. For survivability, she gets 70% spirit, but it is same, you need to equip bow. She has 2 innate resistance, wind and light. This resistance will be useful when you fight on certain situations, especially light, because many enemies use light elemental attack. She resists to silence, paralyze and petrify, and like other 5 stars base, she gets an auto refresh. Now let's take a look at her abilities. Her trademark skill is Aureal Ray. It deals 2 elementals damage, wind and light, with 4 magic multiplier, which is pretty good. It is higher than single ultima and normal chaos wave. Another good thing about this skill is this skill has a lot of hits, 20 hits. But the frame delay is really bad, 4 frames between each hit, making it kinda hard to chain with others. And because it has 20 hits, which is too many, this can become a problem when you want to chain with dual-wielded physical attackers, because there is a delay between first and second attack, so that 20 hits probably cancel your chain, okay? The solution for this is simply by pairing her with another Lunera. If you're able to do that, then the damage will be quite insane, especially because the elemental chain. But yeah, if you meet the enemy who resists to these elements, you need to use other abilities to attack your enemies. The skill is very nice to have, but if you're not able to chain it perfectly, then I suggest to use her other skills, Gleaming Arrow and Gale Arrow. These skills are same in terms of damage multiplier. You can deal up to 8.5 damage multiplier at the maximum, which is twice damage compared to Aureal Ray. However, because you need to use this about 2 or 3 times to get maximum damage, this ability is only effective for long battles. It only affects single target too. But it's okay because most of the trial bosses need you to focus on killing one boss at a time. Because of high single hit damage, this skill is ideal to become a finisher. Make sure you take advantage of the elemental imperial. For example, use Orlando to debuff enemies like resist, so your gleaming arrow damage will be even better. The next notable skill is Elven Song. This skill gets an upgrade on the global. We get 40% attack, magic, spirit, defense buff, and regenerate our health and MP at the same time. This is really good, especially because we haven't got Ramza's awakening, but it is bad at the same time because Lunera is such powerful magician, and make her singing for 3 turns only for 40% stats buff is kinda wasted. In the Japan, the skill can be awakened and will make the stats buff become 90%, but that's still very low. In my opinion, this skill is not good if you are looking for buff. For Ramza, I accept the fact that he cannot act for 3 turns because his buff is insane, 100% of your stats. I'm talking about awakened Ramza, not normal Ramza, okay? But for Lunera, 40% is, yeah, maybe it's not worthy, okay? But you may still use this if you need MP battery on your party because the MP regen and health regen is really good. Her LB is Bright Arrow. It's only good if you meet with the enemy which resists wind and light elemental. But if you meet that kind of enemies, it is better to stop and not to bring her to the battle or bring her to support the party using your elven song. No need to bother with this LB because even on the maximum level, it deals lower damage than Aureal Ray. She also learns few magic. I don't think you need to use her Ioruga because you can simply use Aureal Ray or Gale Arrow. But yeah, it's maybe useful for clearing weak enemies wave. But for Holy, really don't find any reason to use this. It seems that they simply give her random magic based on her elemental preference. First, she doesn't have dual cast, so it always deals inferior damage compared to Gleaming Arrow. Esunaga may be useful for recover all allies from many ailments, but yeah, it is really situational. The rest of her abilities are not that useful. Barrage is useless because she is magical attacker and has super low attack stats. Her inflicting ailment skills are maybe nice for newbie players who just start the game and yeah, want to clear the story mode as soon as possible. But if you already have Zetzer, Darkvina or any characters who have skill which can cause random ailments, then these skills are useless. Beautiful Shield is simply situational too. But yeah, 50% may not good enough if you already have Minfilia. I think that's enough for her skills. Now let's talk about the equipment. For newbie setup, she is more suitable to become support using her elven songs because there is no bow with good magic for her. Focus on her spirit for survivability and better regen. For hardcore, there are two builds, bow and rod build. The advantage of bow build is she will have super high spirit, which will make her really durable, and her elven songs regen really good. Her magic is also good, however it will be lower than dual rod build. The advantage of dual rod build is higher magic, but her spirit will be lower. The spirit is still high for surviving most enemies' magical attack though. But the build will be harder because you need to descend road, which means 2 TMR. You can get road mastery freely though. It is all up to you which build you want to use, but I prefer the bow build. Now let's talk about her weakness. It is obviously lie on she must equip a bow. This may not be a problem if you have 10 5-star Trust Moogle on your inventory. But if you don't have them, it means that your Lunera will have low magic. But yeah, not that low because of course you can still equip good rod. Like I have said, she is still as strong as Darkvina. This is not a problem for hardcore build because you can offset that 50% lost magic stats with your second rod. Also, because she used bow as her main weapon, this means you cannot take advantage of rod mastery, Darkbone, and dual wield because yeah, you cannot dual wield a bow. Her other weakness is no neutral elemental abilities. Please don't say LB because I believe you won't be able to cast it on every turn. This makes her become a niche character and also will be useless if when you meet enemies with a lot of resistance. For the example, Dr. Sid from the Final Fantasy XII challenge. Her singing buff is low. Many buff skills are better than this one. Embolden, meditate, etc. I don't say this skill is bad, okay? This skill is still pretty good for MP and health regen. But the buff stats is, yeah, I think it's better to use other characters. Her strength is first, because Aureal Ray has 2 elements, this means you can do an elemental chain easier, and of course, this means reach the chain damage bonus cap faster. I will talk more about this on my chaining guide video. I'm making it right now, but still unsure when I'm gonna finish it and upload it. Just wait, okay? So second, you will be able to take the advantage of the elemental Imperial. If you have Ace, then her damage will be increased greatly. Ace 3 Beam Slasher able to Imperial enemy like resist by 75%. Don't use Aureole Ray though, because you will only deal 37.5% more damage. Because it has 2 elements, so it is better to use that Gleaming Arrow and you will deal a lot of damage. Her Awakening is also super nice, assuming it is same as Japan version. Aureole Ray will deal 7.2 damage and 30 hits. And for Elven Song, I have said this before, it will buff 90% all of your stats. I give her 9.5 out of 10. She is kinda like Ace and Ramza, who is not that strong without Awakening, but will become super strong once we get her Awakening. I think her regen will be better than Ramza because of higher magic and spirit. So yep, I think that's all. Really thank you for Teostra for lending me her Lunera. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.